Yeah. Can we take a minute to appreciate how schoolgirl Echidna looks like? God dang. Hey yo, what's up guys? It's your boy Q here, back again with another video. Today we're going to be talking about ReZero Season 2, Episode 5. My bad if I sound a little delirious in today's video. I haven't slept. I decided to stay up all night and wait for ReZero because I was like, why not? So here we are. I'm on no sleep, so this might be a weird video. We'll just see what happens. But yeah, let's talk about today's episode. So the episode starts off with Subaru still undergoing his first trial, his first of 3, maybe if even like performs the rest of the trials. We don't know yet since he's only done 1 and he wants Emilia to finish the rest. But Subaru might end up having to do it considering how Emilia can't overcome her past. We'll just have to wait and see about that, but I'm kind of getting a little bit too far ahead into the episode. We need to discuss what's happening in the first part of it right now. So what we have going on is that Echidna and Subaru are talking. Echidna is telling Subaru that everything that is going on right now is part of his imagination. It's fabricated. None of it is real life. His parents aren't real. None of what he is experiencing is part of the real world. And Subaru tells her that even though everything is fabricated, even if it's not real, he still got a chance to talk to his parents and tell them what he wanted to say. Because he probably had all these pent-up emotions with his parents and stuff, and he never got a chance to tell them. Especially after getting transferred to an isekai, you know. He doesn't have any chance or any moment at all to tell them how he really feels. And this moment in time gave him that moment that he really needed to tell his parents what he wanted to tell them. And he thanks Echidna for giving him the opportunity for it to happen. And Echidna calls him a very interesting human being. And although she says that, man, Echidna is she's a very interesting witch, man. Like, dang, I've never seen a witch look that cute in a school uniform before. But I'm getting off track. Let's keep talking about the episode. So yeah, Subaru does overcome the first trial. He's able to do it with flying colors. I mean, not flying colors, maybe he struggled a bit, but at the end of the day, he was able to finish it. But then we have Emilia, who is not able to overcome the trial. There's something about her past that is really bothering her, and if you guys watch the Frozen Bonds OVA, you might have a little idea of what it is. But if you guys haven't, I suggest you do watch it. I don't really want to spoil anything in the OVA, so we won't get into that, but I just really suggest, if you guys haven't already, to check out the OVA for Frozen Bonds. It's on Crunchyroll, or if you guys don't have Crunchyroll, then you know you could find it on some off-brand website. Not trying to promote any of that, but if you have to, it's online. You could find it pretty easily. But yeah, what happens in the Frozen Bonds OVA kind of gives us a small hint onto what Emilia's backstory is. We know a little bit. I don't think the OVA really gave us that much insight, but it kind of gives us a hint at how tragic Emilia's backstory really is. And I can't wait for the anime to touch up on that. We didn't really get to see too much of that in today's episode, but we got a slight hint that it's a very tragic backstory, and it's not one that she could just easily overcome. It's something that she's really gonna have to like put her mind into it. She's really gonna have to break through this barrier that she's feeling in order to overcome it. And I feel like she's gonna need a lot of Subaru's help. You know, she wants to try to be her own person, do her own thing, but it's not that bad to get help every once in a while, and I believe that's what Emilia really needs right now. She kind of needs Subaru to hold her hand through it. And I'm not saying that she can't do it by herself. So that makes me believe that Subaru, I don't know, I'm just an anime only, so I'm just kind of spewing out whatever is coming out of my mind right now. But maybe Subaru might be able to go with her in the trial, maybe join her and help her out. I don't know, that's just something I'm kind of thinking of in my head. Something that could kind of get Emilia to pass through the trial, or he's gonna give her some words, maybe some words of encouragement. But what was really interesting was the talk between Subaru and Roswaal. Subaru is really mad at Roswaal for leaving behind the mansion and having Subaru and Emilia go through all these experiences, because if Roswaal was there, none of it would have happened. Roswaal would have been able to defeat the witch's cult, or at least prevent a lot of stuff from happening, like Rem's coma, Subaru dying multiple times, all of that. It could have all been prevented if Roswaal just stayed at the mansion, because he knew all of this was gonna happen and occur, but he kept it a secret from Emilia and such. And he told Subaru that it was for Emilia's benefit, because for the world selection, no one's gonna pick Emilia because they all hate her. Like, they don't think that she's the right candidate because she looks like the Witch of Greed, because she looks like the Witch of Envy Satella. There's a lot about Emilia that people don't like. And because Emilia was able to defeat the witch's cult and save the villagers and all that, some of the villagers' mindsets have kind of shifted on how they feel towards Emilia. A lot of them think of her as their savior now, as someone that's there to protect them. So when it comes to the rose selection, she's gonna have some people voting for her, some people on her side. And Roswaal is trying to get that point out to Subaru that this needed to happen in order for Emilia to get a backing for the rose selection, because no one is supporting her. Like, there's actually no one supporting her, unless you count Roswaal and maybe Subaru, Rem. They're supporters, but that's not gonna be enough people to have Emilia win the rose selection. He seems to know a lot about Subaru since he has placed so much trust into him that he can defeat the witch's cult and solve all of these problems without Roswaal being there. I'm pretty sure Roswaal knows something about Subaru. So then they come up with a plan to get the people out of the sanctuary that aren't mixed blood, because if people with mixed blood tried to leave, their soul is going to be left behind in the sanctuary, which basically means that they'll be dead, because if their soul is in the sanctuary and they leave their body, then how else are they going to like control their body and stuff? Like, their soul is not going to be in their body anymore. Subaru and others take the villagers out of the sanctuary, and Subaru heads over to the mansion to find out. It looked like things were about to go wrong, because the way the sunset was set, the way the colors have shifted towards like a reddish orange type of color, you started to know right there and there that something was about to go down. So then when Subaru enters the mansion, he finds no one there and tries to see if Rem was still in her room sleeping. But then, out of nowhere, he gets slashed in the bowel. And you know who comes back? The Bowel Hunter. Yeah, the girl all the way from the beginning of season 1. She's back. And I kind of forgot about her, low-key. Really did forget about her, but she's back, I guess. And she's here for revenge. Since she didn't really die, Reinhardt should have finished her off right there and then. But now she's back, and she's here to trouble Subaru a lot more. Like, you thought Subaru already had a lot on his plate? Well, here comes the Bowel Hunter, ready to add more onto his plate. So yeah, that's where the episode ends, and that really makes me think a lot about what's gonna happen in the future of the series. Because now with the Bowel Hunter back, there's all these problems with what she did with Frederica and Rem, and Subaru also has the problem with Emilia and her getting through the trial. And he also has him probably having to go through the trials himself. So there's so much on Subaru right now. I don't know how Subaru is going to be able to handle all these problems that have been given to him like that. Like, there's so much that Subaru has to deal with this season. It's crazy. I just really want to see how all this plays out, because I believe that Subaru is going to respawn back to a certain point from this episode. Maybe before he leaves the village, the sanctuary. Maybe that's where he's going to respawn. Maybe further back. But now, Subaru has finally died. Like, we haven't seen Subaru die this season, and this was the first death, and I don't plan for it to be the last. I'm pretty sure Subaru is going to be dying a lot more this season. But we'll just have to wait and see. I want to see how Subaru helps out Emilia with her trials. I want to see if Subaru tries to do the trials himself, because Garfield was asking Subaru if maybe he could just do it, since Emilia doesn't really want to overcome it. Maybe Subaru might end up doing the trials himself. We'll see. A lot of questions, not a lot of answers so far. So we'll just see. I'm saying that a lot. We'll just see. But yeah, that was a really good episode of ReZero. Can't wait to see what happens next. Let me know what you guys think about it in the comment section down below. Do you guys love schoolgirl Echidna as much as I do? Hell yeah, man. She freaking poggers. And do you guys think that Emilia will be able to handle the trials by herself and overcome her past? Let me know all of your thoughts in the comment section down below. Leave a like if you guys enjoyed today's video. Subscribe if you guys are new to the channel. Follow me on Twitter. All of my social media links will be in the description down below. Hit that bell notification so you know when I upload a new video. And as always, it's been your boy Kyo. Sign off and peace.